Hey everyone, it's World Menopause Month. And since this is World Menopause Month, I thought I would take the time to share a bit of my journey around menopause. Even though each person's experiences and journey is different, it often helps to hear about some of the common concerns that we have and exactly how they were addressed. So, in this video, I'm going to share a bit about my menopause journey and some of the concerns that I've had and how I addressed them. Okay, first, perimenopause for me was a breeze. I mean, between the ages of 50 and 53 or 54, I was lifting heavy. I felt great. I felt really good during those years. And then, about the age of 55 or so, postmenopause hit. And that's when I started feeling totally different. I started gaining weight, especially around my middle, right? The belly fat. I just didn't feel as good as I had been feeling. My lifts were even different. They changed. I wasn't able to lift as heavy as I was lifting before. So outside of my workouts, I also didn't move my body a lot. Now, I knew that I had to make some changes. And so, what I want to share with you now are the 5 actions I took during postmenopause to help me with those concerns that I just shared. All right, so one of the first actions that I took is I made sure that I met my protein goal on a regular basis, daily. I made sure that I got 100 to 130 grams of protein daily. If you want to know what that would be for you, you want to aim for about 0.7 grams to 1.0 grams of protein daily per pound of your lean body weight. Now, you've heard me say this before. You know protein is very important. Protein helps with your muscle maintenance and also your muscle growth. So it's really important that you get enough protein daily in your diet. And again, as we age, we tend not to eat as much protein as we need to eat in order to maintain and build our muscle mass. For me, I tended to eat the quantity of protein on the upper end. And I think what helped me reach that upper limit was this next action. The second action I took was to have breakfast daily. Now, you may be wondering what's so special about breakfast, especially when so many people are recommending fasting now. Well, for me, having breakfast daily helped ensure that I would get closer to meeting my protein goal that I set for myself. So every day for breakfast, I would have about 20 to 30 grams of protein. That really helped me to start the day off in a great way as it relates to my protein. So for breakfast, I ate things like whole eggs, either boiled or scrambled. And if I ate scrambled eggs, I made sure to add egg whites to them. And I also ate high protein yogurt with fruit and things like turkey sausage. So what also helped is the fact that I found the foods that I enjoyed. I found the foods that were high in protein for breakfast, and I tended to eat those foods in some combination every day. In this way, I knew that I was going to lay that foundation that I needed for my protein intake every morning. The third action that made a difference for me is accepting and recognizing the fact that calories count. That's right, calories matter. Now, if your goal is fat loss, and a side note, not everybody's goal is around fat loss, and that's okay. If your goal is around fat loss, it's important for you to understand that calories matter. When you take in an amount of calories, you're taking in energy. The question is, do you need that much energy, and are you using that much energy that you're actually taking in? So, considering calorie intake is really important if you have a fat loss goal. And many women do have a fat loss goal during these menopause years. One thing that I found very helpful is tracking my calories. Now, I know many people don't like to track, and that's fine. However, think of it this way: tracking your calories helps you to understand how many calories you're taking in and how those calories are affecting your fat loss. Tracking calories provides information and data for you to use. And once you have that information and data over a period of time, then if you decide to stop tracking, that's fine. No need to track any longer. But having that information, knowing just how many calories you're taking in and whether you are losing fat or not, that's helpful information that can help you now and later. By the way, tracking is not only useful for calories, but also for protein. If you have a daily protein goal, then the only way you're going to know if you're hitting that goal is to actually track the amount of grams that you're taking in during the day. All right, the fourth action I took was to make sure that I was moving throughout the day and I had a step goal. Now, my step goal is 10,000 steps daily. That may not be your step goal. And in fact, if you're currently getting way under 10,000 steps, like let's say you're getting 5,000 steps each day, then you want to gradually increase your steps and gradually increase your step goal. But moving throughout the day and making sure that you are active is very important. For me, I tracked my steps just like I tracked my calories, just like I tracked my grams of protein. It's a way to keep information, to keep that data, and to know how well you're moving towards your goal. It helps you monitor your progress. So, moving throughout the day is so important. We tend to become more sedentary as we get older, and sometimes it creeps up on us. If you remember earlier, I said that I wasn't moving much outside of my workouts. I realized that, and I knew that I had to move my body more. So, having that step goal of 10,000 steps really helped me move my body more throughout the day. And that's important. You know, we retire and we don't have to move as much when we're retired. Or we might have some aches and pains, and the aches and pains slow us down. So we don't move as much and we become more sedentary. So, just like tracking with your calories and protein, go ahead and track your steps. You can even use something like your Apple Watch or your Fitbit to help you monitor the progress towards your step goal. Now, the fifth and final action that I took was just to ensure that I continued my strength training. And here's the thing: with the addition of all of the other four actions, especially making sure that I hit my daily protein goal, my strength training and my lifting became even stronger. I was able to lift more and I just felt better during my strength training workouts. I'm sure it has a lot to do with the protein that I was eating, because protein helps with muscle maintenance and also muscle growth, especially when paired with strength training. Make sure you're strength training 2 to 4 times weekly, and make sure that during your strength training sessions, you're actually challenging yourself. You're lifting your heavy. Strength training should be challenging. It should be hard, and only you can determine what your heavy is. So I encourage you to pick up the weights, pick up the most resistant band you can find, and lift as heavy and as challenging as you can. So let me summarize. To address the concerns I was having during my postmenopause, what really worked for me was number one, making sure that I got 100 to 130 grams of protein daily, or that's about zero point 0.7 to 1.0 grams of protein daily. The second thing was to make sure that I had a high protein breakfast in order to lay the foundation for the day. The third thing is to just recognize that calories count, they matter, and I was eating more than I needed to eat. The fourth thing is making sure that I move throughout the day, that I reached my step goal of 10,000 steps every day. And then finally, the last part is to make sure that I strength trained, continued my strength training 3 days a week, and I challenged myself during every session. All right, it is World Menopause Month, and there is a lot of discussion around menopause hormone therapy. Now, first of all, whether or not to take menopause hormone therapy is absolutely an individual decision that each woman needs to make. What I decided to do was to include menopause hormone therapy in my plan. I had hot flashes and I thought to myself, hey, I can take it. Like, I get hot a lot. I'll just turn my fan on. It's fine. And then I thought, but why? Why do I need to be uncomfortable when I don't need to be uncomfortable? It's not necessary. So, as a result, I decided to take menopause hormone therapy and no longer have hot flashes. This is a plus. But again, this is an individual decision that each person will have to make for herself. So there you have it. Those are the actions that I took to address my concerns during postmenopause. I feel stronger as a result. I feel better about myself as a result. I feel better overall, and I've lost pounds and inches. So the actions that I took and that I continue to take may not always be easy. And some people may think they're too hard, like I'm not going through that. And that's fine. But I ask you, you have to weigh what's easy for you and what's hard for you. Would you prefer to do the hard things that will actually get you the outcomes that you want? Or would you prefer to do the easy things that keep you in a situation that you don't really like? The choice is yours. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you need some ideas and some help on how to eat 100 grams of protein daily, I'm going to link that video that I've created for you right here. Please check it out, and I'll see you next time.